In the Goku vs. Saitama 2, at the end, we are introduced to the Aeons, these beings above the gods of the gods. And they called on Gogitama because there's some new threat that they need his help to defeat. They're not angels and they're not demons. According to ancient Gnosticism, they are the true rulers of existence. They exist in a realm called the pleroma, which means the fullness. It's not really a place, but a perfect state of existence. And they don't really have personalities. You wouldn't really think of them as a character. They are more like the essence of truth or life or wisdom itself. They don't have those powers. They are the source of those powers. Logos, or the word, is structure, order, and command. In ancient philosophy, he's the logic that holds reality together. Words are power. Naming something is controlling it. He doesn't fight. He declares what reality is. Aletheia is absolute truth. No illusion survives her. No lie can exist near her. Everything is revealed. She doesn't attack people. She exposes people. And once that truth is revealed, most enemies collapse instantly. Zo is life itself, endless growth and regeneration. She heals instantly, creates life, overflowing with energy. She's not destructive, but she's also impossible to defeat. Anthropos is the perfect form. Flawless combat, perfect adaptation, and no weakness. He just simply becomes the perfect version of himself that beats you. And I was going to actually have Anthropos fight against Gogitama to test him and see if he was worthy of going on this mission for the Aeons. Nous, the all-seeing, represents perfect awareness of everything. He sees all outcomes, he understands all possibilities, and nothing can surprise him. Sophia represents wisdom, but she acts independently. She's different than the other Aeons. She ended up making a mistake. How the story goes is that God created these extremely powerful beings first, and Sophia, she tried to create without God's consent. And so she created a being which is an abomination, which is actually the Demiurge, also known as Yaldabaoth, a powerful archon that traps our souls here in the earthly realm. And if you're familiar, there was an Archon in Anime War, and he was the power level of Zeno. So he's going to tie into this as well. The Demiurge creates the Archons, who are the rulers over the material world. They represent control, illusion, limitations. They're the reasons that humans forget why we come here to Earth. They're the reasons that reality feels restricted and truth is hidden. The Aeons are what reality is supposed to be, and the Archons are what reality has been turned into. In the Aeons, they don't invade, they don't really intervene, they just simply wait until someone awakens and seeks beyond the illusion. They are not God. In fact, in Gnosticism, God is called the monad, and in this one scene with all of the thrones, you can see this giant glowing ball of white light in the background. That is the monad, the true supreme creator of everything. That is God. Now, the reason I wanted to bring them in, I was originally actually going to bring in like different anime gods like Otsutsuki Shibai from Naruto and any like super powerful gods in anime that haven't really got to fight yet. I was going to have Gogitama have to fight them all, but I decided differently because I had this spiritual experience where I literally left my body and I met this being, Sophia. I saw this tweet and it said, "The CIA confirmed that remote viewing is real, but nobody bats an eye." And so that kind of caught my attention. I was like, what was this? And I looked it up. And it's essentially, they figured out the process for how to leave your body and how to do, they call it astral projection, being able to like your soul leaves your body, you can float around and observe things. Most people think that this is nonsense, like, oh, it's just in your head, you're just imagining things, but I wanted to give it a try. I didn't really have anything else to lose at this point, and it piqued my curiosity. So it's called the Gateway Tapes, and it was made by a guy named Robert Monroe, who essentially created an entire protocol for how to do this, how to like unlock your psychic abilities, how to leave your body. And long story short, you have to get yourself in this extremely meditative state so deeply that you don't feel your body anymore. It's just your mind. But it's very difficult to do. We've never been trained how to do this, and we've been taught since we were kids that it's not real. And the most important part of this that I've learned through the last few years of studying reality manipulation is that we are the arbiters of reality. If you don't believe, then you are essentially cutting yourself off from all the spiritual energy. It's like the placebo effect. You have to 100% believe that it's true in order for it to happen. The placebo effect, you take a sugar pill, but the doctor told you it'll cure you, and lo and behold, it cures you, even though it was just sugar. Like, if we can just believe it, not think it, you have to know it, like as much as you know the sky is blue. You have to know that it is real. So in any case, I started this CIA gateway experience, and it's really calming, actually. It's like ocean waves and humming and like ohms. It's a hypnosis to get you to go into such a relaxed trance state that you forget you even have a body. You only exist in your mind at that point. And it's difficult. It's like training a muscle. Like, you don't go into the gym for the first time and bench 235 pounds. Like, it takes a lot of practice. You really do have to practice every single day. But I did it for a year. I had 3 strange things happen. The final one, I found myself in this like beautiful realm. And I still didn't even really believe for sure that I wasn't just imagining it, but it definitely felt different than just my imagination or even a dream. Like, it felt much more solid. It was this just purple and orange, and there was this giant bright white light like in the distance. And I kind of just sat there for a while and observed it all and took it in. It was super peaceful and incredibly nice. And then I came out of it. But I had been doing the gateway tapes for a year, didn't leave my body, and I started studying religion to see if I could find any more answers on it. So I stopped doing the gateway tapes, but I continued to meditate because it really, really helped big time with the stress. Like, whenever I would start, my heart would start racing and I feel like I'm going to throw up, I put on 432 hertz meditation music and just calm myself down, did some breathing, and it really does help a lot. I kept my research going and I kept the meditation going just to kind of stay sane. And I watched this YouTube video of a guy who was saying that if it's not working for you, massage your pineal gland and say out loud verbally, I'm ready, I want this, I'm ready, I want this. And so I said, what the heck, I've tried everything else. So I try this and something incredible happens. My body is enveloped in light and it felt like there was this suction cup like ripping my head off. It was extremely unpleasant. My heart was beating like 1,000 miles a second. And I was like, holy crap, I'm doing it. Like, it's actually happening. It's actually happening. And even though it was extremely uncomfortable, I kept saying over and over in my mind, I'm ready, I want this, I'm ready, I want this. And then all of a sudden it stops, the light fades away, my heart slows down, and then boom, I'm there. I'm back at that plane. But this time there's someone else with me. It's this woman, and she's in blue. Her face is covered, and she's just sitting there staring up at that light. And for whatever reason, I just walk over to her and I just start pouring my heart out to this woman. I'm trying everything. I'm trying to be the best man possible. Like, nothing's working. It seems like the harder I work, the more I lose. Like, what am I even supposed to do? And she put her hand on my shoulder and she said, Jake, you're doing fine. That's all she said to me. And I remember when she said that, it was like all this weight that I had been carrying my whole life just like fell off, just completely came off me as soon as she said that to me. And I just started weeping uncontrollably. And I looked at her and I said, well, what am I supposed to do then? And she pointed to this giant ball in the sky. And for a second, I was in front of it. I didn't go in the light. I just kind of came up close to it. I didn't touch it, but I came right up to it. And the presence and the power of it made me feel like a grain of sand, like nothing compared to it. And it showed me 3 revelations, essentially. The first one is that everything is interconnected. Every word, every atom, everything in the universe is interconnected. It's like the butterfly effect. The second thing it showed me was this series of memories, even ones I had forgotten, ones from when I was a really young child. And it showed like what I've always been trying to do my whole life, like my soul mission. And that is always to help people, to lift people up. And the third thing it showed me is that there are no coincidences. There's only choices. Everything has already happened. Essentially, like, if you understand Einstein's theory of relativity, time is just a perspective. And what I mean by that is, if I had a spaceship that could travel the speed of light, or let's just say 99.99% the speed of light, and I flew away from Earth at that speed for 1 month, and then returned for 1 month, 37 years would have passed on Earth. So who's correct? Only 2 months passed for me, but 37 years passed for everyone else on Earth. Which means that time is a perception. It doesn't really exist. It's all already happened, and you're just being evaluated on your choices. And in particular, how you interact with other people. Are you treating other people well, or are you being nasty? I remember coming out of this vision and immediately running up to my wife, so excited. I was like, I finally did it. I had an experience. I was super, super excited. And I kept studying religion, and I'm watching this YouTube video, and this is where I first encountered the word Gnosticism, which I had never even heard of before. And about a few minutes into this video, they mention this being and they show this picture, and it's the exact woman that I met, Sophia. I met a being from another religion I didn't even know existed, a religion from 2,000 years ago. And so I freaked out a little bit. I asked a lot of questions, especially with Jesus, things he said, how it lines up with my experience, and also Gnosticism. And I'll show you right here, the whole experience that I had has been recorded. Other people have had the identical experience thousands of years ago. It's in the Gnostic text. The place I was in is called the Agdod. Now, a lot of people say that you should not do this. You could invite demons or, malicious spirits to attack you. But this whole experience has filled me with light. I think the main difference is you don't have some sort of deep trauma that could resurface. And you also have to be full of light. You have to be full of the Holy Spirit, full of good. And if you're full of that light, the demons, they can't touch you. They're terrified of Christ. So in any case, be careful with this. I guess it worked for me, but I would feel awful if you guys tried this and it ruined your life somehow. And interestingly, this guilt that I have, Sophia has this incredible guilt for creating the demiurge and having our souls trapped here in the human world. She felt so guilty that she begged God to help out. And so God accepted, and he granted us his light. And so in any case, that's the Gnostic explanation for all this. I wouldn't consider myself a Gnostic. Jesus is my Lord. And for the last few years, I've been digging through all these religious texts and studying, trying to figure out what the absolute truth actually is. And after this experience, man, I just wept for weeks. The craziest thing is, once you know God is real, he removes the fear from you completely. I have no fear anymore, zero fear, but I still have this anxiety. For whatever reason, he won't remove that from me. I'm supposed to have it for some reason. I'm not scared of anything anymore. Quite literally, now that I know that for sure God is real, I'm not scared of anything. The only thing I'm scared of is disappointing him. And all he wants me to do is help as many people as I can. He's not asking me to do anything crazy, although I do want to go above and beyond for him, especially seeing the state of the current world if you're keeping up with the news. And this is essentially the reason that I'm quitting this channel for the most part. I'll probably still make a video here and there and maybe cover Dragon Ball when it comes back. We'll see, but I have a mission now. I have a quest from God, and I very much so intend on fulfilling it. And bringing Sophia and the Aeons into Anime War was kind of my way of saying goodbye. I have to go change my life now. I have to go fight for God. I have to do this. I have to. It's very interesting how after I had this experience, I just really have no interest in anime anymore, at least not like I used to. I feel this incredible magnetic force flowing through me, pushing me to do God's work. And I think that we're all supposed to feel this. We're all a puzzle piece. None of us can really lead. We're all supposed to work together to figure out the absolute truth, help each other, solve problems, and create the perfect world. And that's why these world leaders, whatever the forces of this world are that are making us fight with each other, and they poison us, they feed us lies and sin and all this crap. They're doing that intentionally to take us away from God and from the truth. The truth is that we're far more powerful than we've been told. And if we come together, we're invincible.